Hey guys, I was supposed to drop my PvP build yesterday, but I don't know how I got a bit lazy, man. I forgot to drop it. Not that I forgot to drop it, but I was being lazy. So yeah, guys, I'm gonna show you my PvP build. This is actually my real PvP build, y'all. It's no fake thing, no like. I know some people be saying like, oh, why giving your real PvP build, you know? Like, nah. At the end of the day, it's just a build, man. If you don't have the skill to use your class properly, you're not gonna do well, you know. But yeah, I'm gonna give you my build. What I actually changed a couple stuff on this build. So yeah, let's get into it, guys. So I'm using the PvP headset, and I know we are probably like, what the fuck? Why the hell are you using the PvP headset? There's a lot of good headgear out there. To be honest, guys, this headpiece is pretty good to me because I'm for PvP wise. Because every time you get stunned, knock or dazed, bro, basically your power is increased. Like, literally your power increase, guys. So that's why I'm using this head. This is a really good headpiece, man. Y'all be surprised, bro. Like sometimes my power be going up by like I'll be having 30,000 power. My power be going up to like 38,000, 39,000. Like this is really a good. This is part of my damage, man. I'm telling you, this is a really good headpiece. And this is my. This is the chest piece I'm using. The popper plate. And I use silvery for my defense, dark for my utility slot for movements, and I use vicious and radiance for my offenses. So yeah, and I use negation or shadow cloud as armor enchant. It depends of who I'm fighting. I'll be switching it around. So yeah, and I'm using the glove, the Jarper gloves. I'm pretty sure you're probably like, oh man, there's a new gloves the same way but give armor pen. I don't know. To be honest, I'm broke right now. I'm not trying to spend the 200,000 AD for reinforcement kit, man. And plus, this gloves too give me critical strike. So I'm trying to keep my critical strike to 5,000 ish. You know, like 19%, 20% chance the crit. So yeah. That's why I'm having this glove too. It's a really good glove though. And actually let me show you what I'm trying to get. I'm trying to get a bit tankier, guys, like because right now I feel like the survivability is the key, you know. It's not all about damage, full damage, you know. The better you can survive, the more you can help your team. And I've realized sometimes I be dying, I'm like, what the hell? Like, I know I need to build some more tankiness pretty much. And there we go. I'm trying to get this chest piece and this armor piece. And basically, if your health go below 50%, your defense is increased by 2,000. And this armor piece, if your health is below 50%, your deflection is increased by 50%. And if it's higher, your 15%, 1500 armor pen, and on this you have 1500 power. So I feel like those two right here are, those two are some good gear, man. Like, I know this gear is gonna make you tanky for a fact, man. Those two pieces right here. And I'm trying to bring my deflection up. So yeah, right now I have 9,000 deflection. I'm trying to get like 11,000, 12,000 deflection without using no potion or something like that. So yeah, and my uh, that's what I'm using for my main hand. I'm using the tyrant weapon. So this weapon you get it actually from doing the tyrant lure, and it's not easy to get dropped, man, from the weapon you want. It's when you do this lure, you drop a weapon, you drop the weapon randomly, so it might drop like a SW weapon or a pally weapon or something else, you know. It's all based on luck. And I'm gonna show you the stats of this weapon. And there you go, guys. I'm using Fate Touch. Fate Touch is the best all-around weapon enchantment for a Guardian fighter. And There go the stats of the weapon. So at the start of combat, your damage, healing, and damage resistance is increased by 1% for every 5 seconds during combat. And these increase by 1%. These increase are doubled if affected by a trophy hunter buff. And the trophy hunter buff, guys, is basically the skills. So whenever you use the skills, so every 5 seconds, instead of getting 1%, you get 2% of buff, you know, your damage resistance and damage overall increase, you know. So the longer you stay in a fight, pretty much, the better, you know. So yeah, that's one piece of the damage right here. And I got this boost, so I'm pretty sure y'all be like, oh man, what the fuck is using this boost too? That boost is the bad, it's doodle. Guys, trust me, this boost is really good, man. I'm telling you guys, like, all this stuff right here, I'm gonna show you. All this stuff right here literally add up. Like all this stuff, that's where all my damage coming from. I'm pretty sure a lot of people I know that they go for the 1500 armor pen and all the crazy stats on the boots, you know. Trust me, bro. Like these boots is the shit, man. That I'm telling you guys. So I'm gonna show you. And that's the artifact I use. And I'm using the strength set. That's a really good stat too because strength is primary. I'll say primary for damage for GF. Right now I'm using prime. I'm using this, but I'm actually upgrading my Arcus set. I'm trying to get the Arcus set right here because my boy Rob told me that the Arcus is pretty good. It make you do more damage, so I'm gonna try it out to see. And your action point actually goes faster too when you have the full Arcus set. So yeah. And if anybody want a free Arcus set, I actually got 2 here. So just let me know, guys. I can just trade y'all this thing for free. One of them Arcus set. Hopefully it's tradable. And there we go. I'm using this ring, the armor pen ring. And I'm using this ring right here. And actually I'm trying to get this ring right here, guys, +4. And literally, guys, I've been doing this dungeon for like 7 months now. I've been trying to get a +4 or +5. I still haven't been lucky enough to get one. So yeah. So this ring, like every time the closer you are to your damage, the closer you are to your target, the more damage you do. That's a really good ring for Guardian Fighter, to be honest. So if I had this ring, I'll swap it out with the armor pen ring because the other ring actually give armor pens, so it's pretty good. And this ring too, guys. When you use a daily power, your damage increased by 3%. Guys, this ring is really good. So basically, when I do my Hawk Smash, dang, I think I'm about to get sick, man. When I do my Hawk Smash and my Indomitable Strength, I think that's how it's called. Basically, as soon as I do this one, guys, I'll do 3% more damage. So that's mean if I'm about to hit them, somebody with a hand field. So basically, this right here, guys, this ring, these boots right here, bro, that's pretty much 6% more damage. So if the enemy, if the boots proc at the right time, you know, with the ring, so basically that's 6% more damage, guys. Plus I got the turret weapons. The longer you stay in the fight, you do more damage. This is the shit, guys, I'm telling y'all. And I'm using the shirt. You do 3% more damage on one user daily. So that's all damage right here, guys. I'm telling y'all, this ring and this boots, man, this thing stack. This thing actually stack, and I'm telling you, this is no joke, guys. It's for real, for real. And I'm using these pens whenever you get days, and whenever you get hit for 15%, you daze your enemy. So yeah, and I forgot to show you what I'm using as the thing. There you go. I'm using shield talent, and I use combat advantage or control resist. It depends on who I'm fighting. And I use Threatening Rush. This is like PvE stuff, the Weapon Master Strike. And let me go on my feats. There go my feats, guys. Increase the effective never storm by 15%. And there you go. Yeah. And there you go right here. So here actually my previous build I actually had 5 points on this one, but I realized I made a mistake. So I put 1 point on this one of the because of the temporary hit points. Because look at this feat right here. This one say when you have a temporary hit point, you deal 15% more damage, and this one say when you crit, you get temporary hit points. So basically, guys, if I do my Hawk Smash or I do the Hawk Smash or that hit somebody for at will, right? With a crit on it, I get a hit temporary hit points, and this thing lasts 50 seconds, guys. 50 seconds. That's been 15% more damage for 50 seconds. 15% more damage, guys. So basically, guys, all this thing gonna add up, right? If I do my daily, and I crit on the daily, right? So my ring said if whenever I crit, I mean whenever I do a daily, my damage goes up by 3% for 5 seconds. Plus, if the boots proc too, like the enemy dodge, sprint, or block, I do 3% more damage, guys. That's 6% more damage. Plus this thing right here, and I get that little temporary hit points with, because of the crit. That's even more damage. All this shit add up, man. All this shit literally add up, guys. I'm telling y'all. And I use this one right here. Whenever you crit somebody, you have the bleeding effect on them. When you crit on somebody, you have the bleeding effect. And I got this and that. You do 5% more damage. And now this. Previously, my previous build, I was using this menacing impact because of the. At first, I thought like when you actually do your Hawk Smash, I actually thought the whole time you had the buff. I was thinking like the whole time you had the 10% more damage, but it's not actually what it meant. It meant like whenever you do the Hawk Smash, at the same time you do it, you do 10% more damage. So yeah, so that's why I don't put no more points on this one. And I put 5 points on the deflection instead because I'm trying to be a bit tankier, build up my defensiveness, my tankiness, and I got 5 points in here. And I got 5 points in here because of Griffin Wrath and Bolt Charge, you know. You get control bonus on that. And my boons, I'm trying to go on this fast. And there you go, I have armor pen boon, defense boon, and there you go. And there you go, that's what I have. If I go too fast, guys, just pause the video and see. I'm using power, deflect, action point, and you heal whenever you get hit, and your stamina goes up by 10% when you're in combat. Here you go. And this one is pretty good too. That's a pretty good thing. And there we go. And I'm using this one. My previous build, I actually was using that one right there, the Winter Bounty. Chance to gain bonus 10% action point when killing a target. This is actually a good one too. I mean, if your action point doesn't go up that high, you know. So yeah, since I'm about to use the Orchid set, so that's why I switched to this one. So yeah. On the dark, I got power, free strike, and combat advantage. Combat advantage is really big, guys. It's a lot of damage came from combat advantage too, guys. And yeah, stamina gain faster. Actually, I'm thinking on putting this. I'm about to change and put the control effect because I realized my control resist kinda went down on this new build. So yeah, I feel like I control a bit more. So yeah, I'm about to switch up a little bit stuff. And this is all PvE right here. And I actually have a lot of stamina gain too, so yeah. And Tyrant, Deflect, Armor Pen, Regeneration. And guys, I put 1 point of each because you actually benefit more if you put 1 point of each instead of putting 2 points. Because when you put 2 points, basically you only get like 1%, 1.5% more point or 2% point. That's nothing, you know. So when you put 1 point in each, you actually gain like good full, like 10%, you know. That's really good right here. There you go. Control strength, scroll severity, and incoming healing bonus. Incoming healing bonus is pretty good too for your heals. And there we go. Combat advantage. You know, I need that combat advantage. And gain action power faster. And I'm actually gonna use this one instead. The stamina regenerate faster because I'm about to use Orchid set. So yeah. Um, this one is actually a really good boon too. This one really helps when you have really low. Actually, that little 3 seconds actually help, man. You know how much damage they can do to you in 3 seconds. Before I used to use that one right there, like control strength. Boy, I'm trying to build some more defense, some more tankiness, man. I'm trying to be like my boy, Rob. That boy be tanking everybody. And there you go. Power, regeneration, recovery. I need recovery, man. There you go. And you get hit, you heal up, and your recovery is increased by 1,000 for 10 seconds. And help, striking thunder. There you go. If I go too fast, stamina gain. You gain up to 2,000 recovery on how much stamina or guard gain you are missing. Max HP. Extra HP helps. And there you go. 1 point in deflection, healing potion, and strike. You release damage to a target. And there you go. You demoralize your enemy. Critical severity. I'm pretty sure I probably should go for the incoming healing bonus, but like a recovery right here. I'm trying to get at least 5,000 or 6. I'm trying to at least get 6,000 recovery. And there you go. And I got this one. Actually, this one, guys, I don't think he actually heal you for 8,000 every 10 seconds, to be honest with you. I know he heals you though, but I don't think it actually proc every 10 seconds. I don't know if it's bug or not, but I know this actually doesn't heal you for 8,000 every 10 seconds. It doesn't happen. So yeah. Wait, jungle, I got 3 points on power, 1 in regeneration, and 2 points on deflection. And this one right here, this one is a really good boon, guys. This is a really good boon. This boon actually proc really often. Like he actually literally trap your enemy for a good like a good 4 seconds. If you add the extra 2 points for 6 seconds though. I mean, it depends. If the enemy have a lot of control resist, you're not gonna root them for that long. But yeah, that's a really good boon. Like he actually proc a lot. And there you go, Raven Love. I got recovery and control resist. And my last build, I actually put 1 point in movement instead of the recovery. So yeah, I'm trying to build my recovery, man. And here, all this boon right here, I feel like they kind of. This is for other classes like healer and stuff, you know. That's for cleric, and this one is for a trapper or CW. That's good. I'd say that will be really good for CW or a warlock, pretty much. That's a really good thing for warlock, like because they be choking you, and the CW be choking you too, and trapper be trapping you and stunning you. You know, that's really good for this class. And this one, I think this is more PvE. That's not PvP at all. I mean, unless you crit a lot, like a CW HR or something. But I actually use this one because this one, whenever you get hit, for 10% of maximum health, your allies gain 800 power for 5 seconds, and it can stack up to 5 times, you know. So I get hit for 10%, my allies get more power, you know. Shit, the best for my allies, you know. If they can kill the enemy faster, you know, that's gonna be even better. And for mounts, that's what I use. I got the line, the shield, and when it knock you, and yeah, and actually use Providence. Yeah, actually I use it sometimes. It depends on who I'm fighting. I usually use the deflection, untouchable, you know. I use the maximum hit point, something like that. But if I'm fighting like somebody that do a lot of damage, I'll go for the Providence, you know, for the healing buff because he actually heals for a lot. He actually heals for a good 18,000. Like if you're on the 1v1 and you know the enemy do a lot of damage, you put that. Basically, every 10 seconds you're gonna heal up for like 17,000. You know, a lot of people be like, oh, well, how you heal that much? Like Providence, that's the thing. Like this thing heals for a lot. Like he helps you a lot, man. I'm telling you. Like he really actually depends on who I'm fighting though. If I'm fighting a really tanky dude person, I'm probably gonna use the arm armor pen. It depends, you know, because or I use the deflection thing, you know. I like deflection is not bad either. And for my insignias, that's what I use. Survivor Blessing, Gladiator Gal, Cavalier Warning, and Assassin Covenant, and Oppressor Reprieve. And actually, I use this one sometimes, but actually use this too. When you control an enemy, you gain combat advantage damage. So like if I hit a Griffin, sometimes I'll be hitting somebody for 100,000 Griffin or a 70,000 Griffin, and I'll be getting like an extra 30,000 hit or extra 40,000 hit because of this right here, the combat maneuver. Or a bull charge. If I bull charge somebody, I'll be getting them extra hit, you know, just because of that. There is combat maneuver plus the radiant weapon from the line, the radiant damage thing. So yeah, this is actually a really good one too, the combat time maneuver. And I'm thinking actually instead of using combat time maneuver and the thing, the other, whenever your power goes up, I'm actually thinking using Champion's Return because I'm trying to be more tanky here, man. Like the more survivability you have, man, the better it's gonna be for your team, you know. The more you can hold like 3 people on you, the better the chance for you to help your team win the game, you know. So yeah, sir, it's not all about damage, guys. It's have to be, you have to be able, you have to balance it. Like right now, my guy, I'm trying to balance my guy right here. I'm trying to be a bit more tankier and all. So yeah, and the power I use, there what I use. I use the Hawk Smash, Shield Talent. I'll use Griffin Wrath. It depends on who I'm fighting, like a Pally or something like that, like a Pally or a Warlock or something. And there you go. And I use Anvil of Doom. That's my favorite technique, man. That quick hit, quick hard hit. You know, I like it because the reason why I don't really use Griffin against Griffin, sometimes he'd be laggy, he'd be too slow sometimes to get the next hit. Sometimes you hit really fast, but sometimes he glitch too. You know, you don't hit like if you're fighting a Theor. By the time you get the second hit, he already proc and it's possible to catch and you don't hit them, and they already flee the fight. So that's why I hit the Anvil because Anvil is really is a hard hit technique, and it's pretty quick too. You bull charge or you do your daily and you hit boom, and that's it. It's over. And Frey and Damage of Strength and Shield Warrior. This is where the damage came from too, guys. From Shield Warrior. Don't use no Shrimp of the Fallen. I mean, if you want to do more damage instead of using Shield Talent, you can use Combat Superiority, and you can use mix them together. Shield Warrior and you can use Shield Warrior and Combat Superiority for more damage if you want to. But me, I like my shield to be up, man. I like that helps me survive longer, you know. So yeah, guys. And I'm gonna show you my stats. There you go. I usually have 29 strength. I don't know why my strength is 28 right now. So yeah, and my strength is gonna go low because I'm gonna use I'm gonna be using the Arcus set. So yeah, there you go. That's my power right there. Now I'm trying to upgrade my deflection to 12,000-ish kind of, and my recovery up to 6,000-ish. And there goes my stamina gain. I'm trying to lower it a little bit and control movements. There you go. Deflection chance. Actually, when I use my caprice and thing, my deflection goes up to 50%. So yeah. So yeah, guys, there we go. That's my build. Nothing crazy, man. It's just it might be right there. Your lovely Artemisia. And alright guys, if anybody need any help, any advice on the GF, y'all can free to talk, send me a message on the game or something like that. Add me on PS4. I'm I like to help people, you know, like fight 1v1, you know, when you fight 1v1 and you fight the best of the best, that's how you get better at the game, by practicing of fighting the best, you know. So yeah guys, that's about it, and I'll see ya later. Peace.